Hi everyone. We're going to be working with mean, median, and mode and finding out if when you take the outlier out, what it affects. It could affect the mean, it could affect the median, it could affect the mode, and how much an outlier can affect it. So we're going to work with the following numbers. So 45, 52, 17, 63, 57, 42, 54, and 58. And I believe we should have 8 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first thing we have to remember to do is if we looked at yesterday's lessons, sorry about that. My children came in the room. Okay, so this is our data set. And we are going to, the first thing we have to do is put them in order. When we find the mean, you really don't have to put them in order, but for median and mode, it would really help if we put them in order. So I'm going to actually change the color so we know the difference. All right, and I'm going to kind of check them off when I get to each one. So I'm going to go by my 1s through 10s, don't see anything, but I do see 17. So it looks like that is going to be my first number. I'm going to make this a little bigger. Okay. So 17. So let's look. Is there any in the 20s? No. How about the 30s? Nope. What about the 40s? Yes. We have a 45 and a 42. So we're going to go 42. And then we have 45. Okay, so next we're going to look in our 50s, and we do have some 50s. It looks like we have 52 first. And then it looks like we have 54. Then 50, nope, 57. I almost said 58. I missed that. 57. Then 58. And then we should have 63. And then I'm going to double check again and just make sure I have 8 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 8 numbers. All right, so we are going to do, I'm going to make this again. I'm going to make it a little thicker. Okay, so we're going to find the mean first. All right, and we learned about all the definitions on how to find mean, median, mode. So we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to make sure we include the outlier. So that means we're including all of our data set. So to find the mean, you're going to add the data set and then divide by how many you have. So we're going to add up our data set, and when you add it up, you actually get 388. And then we have 8 in our data set, so we're going to divide by 8. So when you do 388 divided by 8, you get 48 and a half. All right, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm actually going to probably erase all of my definition here because I do want my eraser, sorry. Oh, there we go. So eraser. Why are we not working? Oh, I know why. I'm sorry. I was doing 2 different sets of formats. All right, and then we know the mean is going to be 48. I definitely want you to keep all the information. I don't want you erasing, but I'm doing this just because I don't have that much room. Okay, so now we're going to do the median. And I'm going to write the median down here. And the median is the middle value. It's whatever is in the middle. So I'm going to change the color only because my data set is in green. So I would usually cross off the numbers like this, but I want to keep the data set there. So I'm going to just put a little check mark or a dot above it. All right. So I'm just going to start from the last number and the first number, and I'm going to cross them off. So those two are done. Then I'm going to do it again. And if you notice, this is why you have to put your data value in order. Because if you don't, and I'm going to show you when we go up to the top, you're going to get a different answer. So it looks like because we have an even number, these two right here, 52 to 54, is our middle data set. So really, actually, it's right smack there. And if you remember in the video, in order to do this, and I know you could probably see it here that it's 53, but it's not always going to be that easy. You want to do the mean of those two. So you're going to do 52 plus 54, and you get 106. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't look like a 0. And then you're going to divide by 2, and you're going to get 53. And there is, and that's how you get 53. So remember that because it's not always going to be that easy to look at the values, okay? Okay, so I believe we said the median was 53. Okay, next is our mode. All right, and our mode is what occurs the most. So when we're looking at our mode, we need to see if we see something twice or 3 times or 4 times. And if you look, I actually don't have any that occur more than 1. So you're actually going to say no mode or just say none. Okay, because you can have no mode. Going back to the median, I believe I said I wanted to show you why we have to put them in order. If I did that same trick or that same setup where I crossed off and I went, okay, well, this is a pair and I keep going down. If I do that up here, so if I take off these and I keep going, remember, these are not in order. So we would be comparing and finding between 63 and 57. And that's that's inaccurate because 63 actually should be all the way at the end. So that's why you have to be careful and make sure your data set is in order. Okay, so make sure you say over here that this is with, and I don't have a lot of room, without. Okay, now I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say we want without the outlier. This is exactly how you want to do it with when you're showing your work. Okay, and obviously you're going to be showing all your work on what you're adding and what you're dividing, what you're taking out, and so forth. Don't just give me just the answers, please. Okay, I'm doing it here, and I'm erasing it only because I don't have enough room. Okay, so we need to figure out what the outlier is, and you should have learned in previous videos that an outlier is a value that is far away from the data set. It can be in clusters, like you could have like a group of clusters and a big gap and have an outlier in between it. Yes, but reality is it's usually very, very, very in the beginning far away, or it can be very, very, very at the end far away from your data set. So looking at our data set, let's look at the end. And when I'm looking at the end, I see 63, and that's kind of close to 50. I mean, it's a little bit far away, but let's look at the other side. We see 17. Well, 17 is definitely far away from 42. So we're going to say 17 is our outlier, okay? And we're going to take that out. So when we take that out, we now need to find the mean. And we're going to do it all over again. You just find the same routine and do it over, except this time you're going to do it without 17. So when you're adding them up, you're going from 42 to 63. So you should get 371 when you added them up. But this time we're not dividing by 8 anymore. So you have to be careful. We're only dividing by 7. So when we do 371 divided by 7, you're actually going to get 53. All right, so I'm going to keep it just like that. And then when you go to find your median, we're going to cross off our pairs, but remember, 17 is not there. So we're going to start at 42 and then go 58 to 45, 57 to 42. And what's so great that it's an odd number is you're not going to have to find the mean like we did before, because it's going to go directly to 54. It's going to go directly to that odd number in the middle. So our median is 54. All right. And then our last is our mode. Color, sorry. All right. So mode. All right, we're going to look for anything that occurs more, most, but we just took one away and we didn't have a mode before, so we're still not going to have a mode. Okay, so now we have all of our information. Now we have to figure out if what's affecting the outlier. The outlier, is it affecting your mean, your median, or your mode? That's what we need to look for. Right? We need to find which measure of center, and that's what these are called. Mean, median, mode are called measures of center. And it's exactly what it means, is that you're looking for the center. And these are all different ways of finding appropriate center. And we need to find which measure of center, the mean, median, mode, does the outlier affect the most. So there might be more than one, but let's just look. So mode is none and none. So these two did not change. So nope, didn't affect it at all. Okay. The median went from 53 to 54. I mean, it does change it a little bit. So this is a question mark. We want to know which one it affects the most. So now we have 48.5 and 53. That definitely is a game changer. It definitely is a big change there. And also, if you look, the center, the median is usually where you kind of find that centerpiece, and it really is around here. So you have 53, 54, and 53. Okay, and then all of a sudden you have 48.5. Well, look where 48.5 is on your number line. It's over here. So that really isn't a measure of center. So the outlier really affects the mean. So you're going to say at the end that the mean is affected the most because of that outlier. All right. I hope that truly helps you. If you need me, I'm here for you. Please ask for help. You'll have 2 questions like this and then a couple of other questions as well on Class Kick. Have fun with them and make sure you show your work and you submit it. Have a great day, everybody.